Freedom is the open window through which pours the sunlight of the human spirit and human dignity. A very pleasant morning to one and all. I, Shanvi Ranat, extend a hearty welcome to our Principal Ma'am Rita Taneja, Vice Principal Sir Ravi Dutt, and all the headmistresses.
I, Nisha Bhaskar, welcome all the students, parents, and teachers for this exciting event of role play by the 5th graders. We welcome you all. Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav is an initiative of the Government of India to celebrate and commemorate 75 years of progressive India and the glorious history of its people, culture, and achievements.
It involves a countrywide campaign that focuses on citizens' participation to be converted into a Jan Andolan, where small changes at the local level will add up to significant national gain.
One of the main motives of the Mahotsav is that every citizen of India should know about all the untold incidents of the freedom struggle. We at DPS Jaipur honor the heroes of Indian national freedom struggle.
The selected finalists from all the sections of Grade 5 are going to present the various personalities of India who were strong pillars of the freedom struggle. Freedom is a precious gift of our freedom fighters. Let's celebrate this Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav together. Let's begin with the first participant, Inayat Modi.
They give voice to the voiceless. They are the light when the darkness falls. When death comes knocking, it is they who answer the call. It is said that freedom sings. Truth is, freedom shines. Shining brightly, freedom stings. Bleeds red as heroes fall. I am the Lion of Punjab. Punjab Kesari Lala Lajpat Rai. Simon, go back! Simon, go back! A government which attacks its own innocent subjects has no claim to be called a civilized government. Bear in mind, such a government does not survive long. Let us live and struggle as brothers whose interests are one and indivisible. Let us live and die for each other, so that India may prosper as a nation. India is not Hindu nor Muslim. It is not even both. It is one. It is India. Begging a prayer cannot bring freedom. You can only win through struggle and sacrifice. I declare that the blow struck on me will be the last nails in the coffin of the British rule. मेरे शरीर पर पड़ी एक एक लाठी ब्रिटिश सरकार के ताबूत में एक एक कील का काम करेगी. स्वराज आकर रहेगा. स्वराज आकर रहेगा. वंदे मातरम.
What a wonderful start to the show. Our next participant is Naisha Shekhawat.
Namaste. I'm Kasturba Gandhi. And today I'm going to tell you all my life story. I was born on April 11, 1869 in Porbandar, Gujarat. My father is a merchant named Gokul Das Makanji and my mother is Rajkunvirva Kapadia. My father is friends with Karamchand Gandhi, the father of Mohandas Gandhi. Later, I got married to Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi on May 1883. By profession, I am a political activist. I first became involved in social activism in South Africa. In 1917, I worked on the welfare of women in Champaran. I taught many women hygiene, sanitization, reading and writing. In 1922, I participated in the Satyagraha movement in Borsad, Gujarat, even though I was severely injured. When I was 74 years old, on January 1944, I suffered from 2 heart attacks and still served the country. जब तक गलती करने की स्वतंत्रता है, तब तक स्वतंत्रता का कोई अर्थ नहीं है। थैंक यू।
It was very nice.
May I now call upon Kunjal Vyas?
श्रम करते हैं हम कि समृद्ध हो तुम्हारी जागृति का पल, हो चुका जागरण अब देखो निकला दिन कितना उज्जवल, कितना उज्जवल। I am Sarojini Naidu, the Nightingale of India. This title was given to me by none other than father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi. We want deeper sincerity of motive, eager courage in speech, and earnestness in action. A country's greatness lies in its undying ideals of love and sacrifice that inspire the mothers of the race. I say, it is not your pride that you are a Madrasi. It is not your pride that you are a Brahmin. It is not your pride that you belong to South India. It is not your pride that you are a Hindu. That is your pride that you are an Indian.
That was commendable.
The Amrit Mahotsav of freedom is the nectar of the energy of freedom. That is, the nectar of inspiration of the freedom fighters.
Coming up next is Amor Saxena.
इंकलाब जिंदाबाद, इंकलाब जिंदाबाद। रात का हर कण ये गर्मी से गतिमान है। मैं कैसा पागल हूँ जो जेल में भी आजाद है। हमें चाहिए पूर्ण स्वराज। I was born on 28 September 1907 in Banga, now in Pakistan. I was deeply affected by the incident of Jallianwala Bagh, and I decided to free our country from the Britishers. You can kill me, but you cannot kill my idea. You can crush my body, but you cannot crush my spirit. Jai Hind, Vande Mataram.
Great going, friends. The Nectar Festival of Freedom means the nectar of new ideas, new resolutions, the nectar of self-reliance.
Let's welcome our next participant, Sandvika Srinivas.
Save the motherland. Fight them on land and the sea. Fight them on the streets and the beaches. Push them back to the waters. I am Rani Abaka Chota, the Queen of Ulal. I fought with the Portuguese for more than 40 years when they tried to attack my kingdom 6 times from 1525 to 1570. I defeated them each time and killed their top generals and admirals. I lived by my motto, we not wait for them to attack. We carry the war into the enemy camp. My people call me Abhay Rani, or the fearless queen. I am regarded as the first woman freedom fighter of India. Jai Hind!
That was amazing.
For everything that is really great and inspiring is created by the individual who can labor in freedom. Coming up next is Atharv Nair.
Abuse and insult is inconsistent with reason and justice. I am Raja Ram Mohan Roy. I was born on 22nd May 1772 in a rich Brahmin family. ईश्वर केवल एक है, उसका कोई अंत नहीं। सभी जीवित वस्तुओं में परमात्मा का अस्तित्व है। मैं हिंदू धर्म का नहीं, इसमें फैली कुरीतियों का विरोध हूँ। I was always against the sati pratha and caste system. I was also known as the father of modern India or the herald of new age. I also found the Brahmo Samaj. I was not really a Raja. This title was given to me by Akbar II, a Mughal emperor. आज 300 साल बाद इस देश की स्त्रियों को पुरुषों से कंधा मिलाकर चलते हुए देख मैं बहुत खुश हूँ. My main motive was to stop the sati pratha and caste system. Thank you. Jai Bharat. Hail India.
Well done, my friend.
I now call upon Ashish Sharma to present the next personality.
मेरे खून का एक एक कतरा देश को मजबूत करेगा. I am an Indian politician and the central figure of Indian National Congress. I was the third Prime Minister of India and only the female Prime Minister of India. I was born in Allahabad, Uttar Pradesh, India on 19 November 1970. People usually call me Iron Lady of India. I'm a daughter of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru and Kamla Nehru. It was during my interview that Rabindranath Tagore named me as Priya Darshini, literally looking at everything with kindness in Sanskrit. And then onwards, I came to be known as Indra Priya Darshini Gandhi. I gave the slogan, remove poverty, rescue the country. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
It was awesome. To tell us more about the freedom fighters, now we have Shaishagar with us.
The fundamental desire of life is the desire to exit. I am Durgabai Deshmukh, a freedom fighter, lawyer, social worker, and a politician. I came into this world on 15 July 1909 in Rajamudri Miradas Presidency, recently known as Andhra Pradesh. I founded Andhra Mahila Sabha in 1937 and I am also the founder chairperson of Central Social Welfare Board. From my early years, I had been associated with Indian politics. At age 12, I left my school in protest of the imposition of English medium education. I am a follower of Gandhiji. I am a member of Constitutional Assembly of India and Planning Commission of India. People call me Iron Lady and I am awarded for women's development. Jai Hind.
What a mesmerizing performance! Now I call upon Lavansh Pandey with his role play.
Give me blood and I shall give you freedom. Yes, you all guessed it right. I am Subhash Chandra Bose, affectionately known as Netaji among common people. I was born on 23rd January 1897 in Kathak to Janki Nath Bose and Prabhavati Devi. In my early years, Bhagavad Gita was a great source of inspiration for me. I was strongly influenced by Swami Vivekananda's teachings. My parents wanted me to become a civil servant and therefore sent me to England. But my urge for participating in the freedom movement was so intense that I resigned from the Indian civil service and rushed back to India. We should have one desire, the desire to die so that India may live, the desire to face a martyr's death so that the path to freedom may be paved with the martyr's blood. Then I joined the Indian National Congress and revived the Indian National Army, also known as Azadi Hind Fauj. When we stand, the Azad Hind Fauj has to be like a wall of granite. When we march, the Azad Hind Fauj has to be like a steamroller. I wanted to free India from the Eastern Front. The call for inspiration for all Indians was Dilli chalo, Dilli chalo, Dilli chalo. Thank you. Vande Mataram.
Super performance! Next, we have Aditya Mishra with us.
I am Khudiram Bose. I was born on 3rd December 1889 in Habibpur town of Midnapur region of West Bengal. I have a small family which includes my father Triloknath Bose, my mother Lakshmi Priya Devi and my sister Anupriya Roy. Growing up, I had to face several hardships. When I was 6 years old, I lost my mother, and a year later, I lost my father. I lived with my sister. At the age of 15, I met Bharendra Ghosh and became a volunteer in the freedom struggle. I was involved in many activities against Britishers for which they were trying to arrest me. My most highlighted activity was when I and Prafula Chaki decided to assassinate the district magistrate of Muzaffarpur, Douglas Kingswood, where he escaped. But 2 British men were killed. For my same activity, I was later caught and put to trial by Britishers and became one of the youngest freedom fighters to give my life for my country. I am proud to be an Indian.
What an inspiring performance, my friend!
And now we have Dakshita Balla coming up in front of you with her performance.
Today, I am going to enact as an Indian freedom fighter whose name is Bipin Chandrapal. I am a well-known writer and the Indian freedom fighter. I was born on 7th November 1858 at Pauli village in Bengal. I learned Bengali and Persian in my early childhood. I educated from the University of Calcutta. I had founded and edited the newspaper Pradarshak. I am an advocate who always fights for equality. I am also a social reformer from the Indian National Congress. My mother's name is Narayani Devi, while father Ram Chandrapal was a Persian scholar and the landowner. The triumvirate Lal Bal Pal, including me, was very famous during the independence movement. The other two triumvirates were Lala Lajpat Rai and Bal Gangadhar Tilak. I was also in jail for 6 months during the independence movement. I have written and published many of the books like The Soul of India, The New Spirit, Jail Journey and the Studies in Hinduism. Jai Hind, thank you.
That was commendable. Now we have Peher Jain who is going to showcase her skills through her performance. Let's move on to the next participant, Nilanshi Arya.
I was born to Moroppan Tambe and Bhagirathi Sapre, and I am Rani Lakshmibai, the Queen of Jhansi. I pledge to serve Jhansi till last drop of my blood. If defeated and killed on the field of battle, we shall surely own eternal glory and salvation. We women have several forms: Madhu, daughter, sister, friend. We must unite in one incarnation. वीरांगना, जब बेटी उठ खड़ी होती है तभी विजय बड़ी होती है. हर हर महादेव. चमक उठी से 57 में वो तलवार पुरानी थी. बुनते लोहर बोलो के मुंह हमने सुनी कहानी थी. खूब लड़ी मर्दानी, वो तो झांसी वाली रानी थी. मैं अपनी झांसी नहीं दूंगी. अंग्रेजों झांसी छोड़ो. हर हर महादेव, हर हर महादेव.
That was indeed wonderful. Azadi ka Amrit Mahotsav is meant to make the younger generation aware of the history and struggle of independence. Coming up next is Anshul.
रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम. I'm going to play the role of Mahatma Gandhi. I was born on 2nd October 1869. My name is Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. My father's name is Karamchand Gandhi and my mother's name is Putli Bai Gandhi. She taught me several important virtues of life which I followed with my whole heart. I had a valid first class ticket and I refused to obey the orders, following which I was thrown out of the train at Peter Matrixburg station. This incident on June 7, 1893 had strongly influenced my decision to fight racial discrimination in South Africa and later the freedom struggle in India. Observing the violations of Indians by Britishers, I started a fight against this unfair and rough treatment. I conducted various campaigns against evil. Some of those campaigns were Satyagraha campaign, Salt March, Disobedience movement, Quit India movement, and non-cooperation movement. I believed in the principles of truth and non-violence. My life could be considered as an open book that teaches everyone many values.
That was marvelous.
Now we have Unnati Singh with her role play.
I am Rani Abaka, the first Tulwa queen of Ulal, who fought the Portuguese in the later half of the 16th century. I was the first lady freedom fighter who fought against the Portuguese and defeated them. I belonged to the Chautar dynasty. I was betrayed by my own husband for money. My husband was a part of the Portuguese. The Portuguese made several attempts to capture Ulal, but I repulsed each of their attacks for over 4 decades. For my bravery, I came to be known as Abhay Rani, the fearless queen. I was also one of the earliest Indians to fight colonialism. My life was tough, but I overcame those challenges and became one of the great queens of India. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
What a mesmerizing performance it was! I now call upon Krishka Singh to present her act.
Good morning, friends and my respected teachers. This year it was 150th year since I was born. My birthday is now celebrated as Parakram Divas. I was born on 23rd Jan 1897 in a large Bengali family in Cuttack. My parents were Prabhavati Bose and Janakinan Bose. After completing my school education, I went on to study at University of Calcutta and University of Cambridge. After completing my studies, I was actively involved in Indian independent movement. I joined the Indian National Congress and worked with the Congress for almost 20 years. I founded the Indian National Army in Singapore with the help of Japanese army. The goal of the Indian National Army was to fight against the British and free our country. This is why the people gave me the title of Netaji. Today I am very happy to see my country free. Free home, a better life. Jai Hind.
Amazing performance indeed.
Next, we have Pratyaksh with us.
Pratyaksh, please unmute yourself.
They may kill me, but they can never kill my ideas. They may crush me, but they can never crush my spirit. I am Bhagat Singh. I am a freedom fighter who works in a small group called the Revolutionaries. I was born on September 1907 in a small village called Banga, now in Pakistan. My father Kishan Singh was also a freedom fighter. I am a strong supporter of the Swadeshi movement and I always wear khadi. Earlier, I trusted in non-violence, but then I was highly inspired by the freedom fighter Lala Lajpat Rai. When he died during the Lathi charge, my trust in non-violence began to reduce. I thought that the British could only be thrown away by force, so I decided to avenge him. Me, along with my associates, were found guilty of killing a British police officer. So, on 23rd March 1931, me, along with Rajguru and Sukhdev, were hanged at Lahore. Inqilab Zindabad! Inqilab Zindabad!
What fabulous performances! One after the other. I now invite Shreya Singh to present her performance.
एक देश की महानता, बलिदान और प्रेम उस देश के आदर्शों पर निहित है. I salute to those hundreds and thousands of women who dedicated their lives for the freedom of India. India achieved freedom on 15th August 1947. Many women played an important role and made their entry to the list of freedom fighters. I am Sarojini Naidu. I was born on 13 February 1879. I started writing poems at the age of 12, so the people called me the Nightingale of India. I took inspiration from Gandhiji and decided to fight for the freedom of India. I also went to jail during the Quit India movement. I was the first woman state governor of independent India. My birthday is celebrated as National Women's Day every year.
Born into a family of scholars was she. She wrote an impressive play at 12. At 16, she completed her schooling from Madras University. She came back from England as a celebrity. She wrote poems that were too good to believe. But things were changing in her motherland, so she had to take a stand for her country.
The Bengal partition is very unjust. We must fight this.
From this incident began her journey.
Gandhiji and Nehru have been jailed for their salt satyagraha. The British British have not seen the last of us. We women will stage the protest now.
She made sure that more women were in Congress. It was time to revolt. It was time to express. She formed a wave of protest, impossible to express. Our lady stood strong and tall. I wonder if she was not involved.
As long as blood flows through this arm of mine, I shall not leave the cause of freedom. I'm only a woman, only a poet. But as a woman, I give you the weapons of faith and courage, the shield of fortitude. And as a poet, I fling out the banner of song and sound, the bugle call to the battle. Jai Hind!
Outstanding performance! Now we have Peher Jain, who is going to showcase her skills through her performance.
I am Kasturba Gandhi. My full name is Kasturba Mohandas Gandhi. I am also spelled Kasturbai. I was born on April 11, 1869 at Porbandar, India. I was the leader in the struggle for civil rights and for the independence from British rule in India. In 1882, when I was age 13, then I got married and I went to live in the Gandhi home in Rajkot. I had received no schooling prior to my marriage, and Mohandas took it upon himself to give me elementary education. In 1913, I took part in protests against the ill treatments of Indian immigrants in South Africa, for which I was arrested and on September 23, 1930, was sentenced to hard labor. While in prison, I led other women in prayer and encouraged the educated women to teach the uneducated women how to read and write. Live as you were to die tomorrow. Learn as you were to live forever. Jai Hind! Thank you.
Fantastic! With this, we come to an end of the role play activity. The students were so good that everyone wants the show to go on and on. But as they say, every good thing comes to an end, and so is this event.
We call our respected headmistress ma'am to address us.
Thank you so much, Nishika. Good morning to one and all. What a great morning it has been. The captivating performances by our fifth graders have been a treat to the eyes, and at the same time, they have made all of us go down the history lane and make us visit our glorious past. Today's role play activity is an excellent example of a multidisciplinary approach to learning. In play, we learn, and we learn as we play. So, dear children, you have really made us proud by portraying the heroes of the freedom struggle and beautifully with the right emotions. Kudos to all of you. My sincere and deepest regards to our principal ma'am, Ma'am Rita P. Taneja, Vice Principal Sir, all the HMs for their inspiration and guidance. And heartfelt congratulations to the mentors of today's event. Thank you all the mentors for a wonderful, wonderful show. You have all worked very hard for today's event. Kudos to all of you, and thank you each and every one for joining us live on school social media. Thank you everyone.
It has been an inspiring morning for all of us. The students of grade 5 brought our glorious past alive with their mesmerizing performances. We thank everyone for joining us for this session. It's time for us to sign off. Wishing everyone a great day and a wonderful weekend.